In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 questions you need to ask yourself so that you can create a vision for 2019 that lights you up. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Abigail, and this channel is dedicated to confidence. Personal confidence, professional confidence, and creative confidence. So if you, like me, are a female entrepreneur in the creative industry, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that we can elevate our confidence together. 2019 is well underway. We're almost at the end of January. Can you believe it? And I'm sure, like me, you kind of approach every new year with a sense of, well, nostalgia for the year that's gone by, but also excited anticipation for the promise of what the year ahead holds for you. When I was younger, I wish that somebody had told me to get really intentional about New Year's, that it wasn't just about the party and the fireworks and the headache the next morning. No, New Year's is the time for you to get intentional about what you want the next 12 months to look like. The older I've gotten, the more sentimental I've gotten about New Year's, reflecting on the year that has passed and all the ups and the downs and the beauty of the journey that I've just seen the end of. And also looking forward and thinking to myself, this time next year, in 1 year's time, what will I be grateful for? Thinking that, wow, that was an awesome year, or wow, that was so fascinating. And I love that process of connecting with my 1 year from now self, asking her what were the highlights of her year, or what were the big lessons she learned in this year. It's like Christmas. For me, it's like opening up a box and being surprised by what you find inside. That feeling of possibility and potential is the most beautiful feeling there is. And certainly when it comes to your confidence. New Year's 2018 saw me setting myself a challenge of recording a video a day. I'll put the link up here where you can see the 15 lessons that I learned from recording a video a day. And that was exciting. When I started out with that, I was enthusiastic. I was up for the challenge. I knew it was going to get tough, but I was interested to see how I would manage the tough times. And I did. Just go and watch that video and you'll see how. But the fact is, every year is like that. Every new year has the promise and the potential of new experiences, new opportunities, new challenges even. And if you set the intention right, if you get a vision of how you want your year to pan out, you're going to be able to manage those challenges and celebrate those successes with much more energy and more feeling and with much more confidence. And what's powerful about setting those intentions is that you can then go back and measure whether you achieved them. So on New Year's Eve, look back at your list and start ticking off the awesome goals that you achieved, or start writing down the new gifts and experiences that came up that you hadn't even thought of. Or even write down the challenges that you overcame and what you learned from them, how you grew from them. I wish somebody had told me to do these things when I was younger, because I spent most of my 20s just wandering around aimlessly. When it came to New Year's, all it was about the party and the alcohol and the headache the next day. Nobody told me that I had to set goals for every year. Nobody told me that it was my obligation to myself. It was my duty. And as a result, I was wandering around dazed and confused, wondering where life was going and why I wasn't getting anywhere. So if you can resonate with any of those, then I'm glad you're watching this video, because there's 3 questions I want you to ask yourself even now. Even though New Year's has gone, it doesn't matter when you ask yourself these questions, as long as you do and you set the intention for the next 12 months going forward. And we're talking specifically about visualization because that is this month's theme inside the Confident Creative Academy. So if you want to find out more about membership to the Academy, check out the links below. So when you're asking yourself these questions, I want you to think of your 1 year from now self. So the version of you that is 12 months ahead. Ask her these questions. Question number 1. In the last 12 months, what have I created? So that's referring to things that you physically created, maybe with your hands, if you're an artist, what works of art have you created? Or it could also mean, what have you manifested? What amazing, serendipitous, surprising results have you manifested into your life? It started with an idea or started with a vision and now exists in your reality. Or maybe it's, how have you changed the world this year? What is the legacy that you created in the last 12 months? It could also be referring to, how have you just expressed yourself? How have you allowed yourself to play and create something out of no reason other than because you enjoyed the process? Or lastly, it could be about, what skill have you mastered in your creative process? The second question to ask yourself is, how has my business expanded? If you're a female entrepreneur like me, we're always thinking about our business and how it's going and where it's going. So from your products and services, has anything changed, grown, or pivoted in that area? How are finances doing? Is it increasing or decreasing? Hopefully it's increasing. What processes and systems did you set up in the last 12 months for your business that makes your life so much easier? What people have you brought on board, whether they are employees or they are contractors, or maybe it's just a new network that you've joined? What people have you introduced to your business in the last 12 months? And lastly, how did your business scale up this year? How did it expand and become more accessible to more people? And the final question to ask your 1 year from now self is, how has my personal life improved? So everything related to yourself, your body, your mind, and your spirituality. What has changed and evolved and expanded there? Or in social circumstances, how has your social circle grown or expanded or deepened? Your relationships, your close relationships and your more distant relationships, how have they evolved in the last 12 months? And then your environment. Maybe it's your home or your neighborhood, your community, or maybe the country you live in. Has anything changed with regard to your environment? And lastly, your experiences. What amazing experiences have you had in the last 12 months? How much traveling did you do? Did you go away for weekends? Did you attend festivals? Did you join an art class or a dance class? What experiences have you invited into your life? So those are 3 questions you can ask your 12-month from now self about 3 different areas that you want to create a vision for in 2019. So it's related to your creativity, your business, and yourself. And it just so happens that those are the 3 very areas that we focus on inside the Confident Creative Academy. The Academy is an online membership resource where female creatives like you and me can hang out and get intentional about our personal confidence, our creative confidence, and our professional confidence. So if you want to find out more, where we talk about these things and so much more, then check out theconfidentcreativeacademy.com. And now I'd like to hear from you. What are your 3 big intentions for 2019? What are those visions that you want to bring to life on a creative front, on a personal front, and on a business front? Let me know in the comments down below. And then if there's a female creative in your life who maybe needs to think about what she wants to create for 2019, then share this video with her. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notifications button, the little bell, so that you get notified when I post new videos. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, and welcome to this video. In this episode, Hey, welcome to my channel, the place where we hang out and talk about personal, creative, and... Hey, and welcome... In this video, we're talking about